So, ladies and gentlemen, you might have seen from the title and the thumbnail, there's something we have to talk about, or specifically that I have been trying to avoid for the past maybe week or so, because I don't want to be that controversial YouTuber that just talks about the bad stuff, but I kind of have to at this point, because what the Dragon Soul devs are doing and what the community as well is doing is kind of up in my opinion. Panjo blur that, okay? I don't want to swear. But anyways, that's not the point. Basically, I really need to discuss and ask this because it's been on my brain for way too long. I'm pretty sure everyone else has thought the same thing. If you haven't, that's okay. But what the hell are the Dragon Soul devs doing? Because you're telling me that they can fix a glitch, or I say patch it. They patched it so that you cannot use the glitch anymore. They patched the glitch in less than a week. Like, we're talking maybe less than a day. These guys patch the glitch faster than what they can actually fix the game. All right. If you still don't understand me, here's my point. So there was this immortal infinity glitch where you could basically, go immortal. You couldn't take damage, and it was pretty sick for everyone. And it was actually very useful for something I'm gonna talk in a little bit. But guess what? A couple of videos were made on it, and then boom, it got patched like in less than a day or two. And I'm not saying it's anyone's fault for posting a video on it. I was gonna do as well, okay? Because like I've always said and always will say, I don't really care if you like the glitch. It needs to go because it's not good for the game and it unbalances the game. Now people will come back at me and say, how is it not good if it helps people? I can explain that very simply. Because you don't understand how big of a difference it does in a game when you've used it way too long. For example, when we had the Kaioken glitch for like a couple of months, y'all remember how easy the game was, right? Well, guess what? When they removed it, didn't the whole Dragon Soul community go into chaos? Yes or no? I'll give you a second to answer that in the comment section. Yes or no? Because it is these kind of things that the developers can't for some reason do or won't fix. It's fixing the unbalanced stuff. It's not fixing the glitches. It's not fixing or like some immortal glitch. It's fixing what's unbalanced. Because let me tell you something. Should it be impossible to make to do a raid if it's not with an infinity glitch? How should it be impossible to get to wave 90 to get a hand on a beautiful looking dragon Nimbus? Should it be impossible for a 90 wave raid to be impossible? Come on guys, think about it for just a couple of seconds. Why do you have to use a infinite glitch? Why do you have to use a Kaioken times 100 glitch? Why do you have to use all of these glitches just so you can make it to wave 90? Now, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that know different methods and different ways to get to wave 90. But that's like if you have a whole group on you. I mean, try to beat a 1.1 billion health Vegeta if you can. I don't know if you can. But please tell me why every single time a glitch is here and it actually helps people. A glitch is here and it helps people to get to wave 90. But you guys are so fast. You guys are incredibly fast on fixing it. Why can't you guys have the same speed to fix the unbalance? Make the raids less harder. Why is Vegeta on wave 90? Or on wave 90 freaking 1 billion health? Why is that a thing? Why do you have to be 20 in a Zamasu raid and yet still not be able to kill him in a public server? Like at this point, it's better to play in a private server. Like, isn't that a bit weird? Isn't that like what a game shouldn't be doing? Like, you need to join a private server just so you can make it the raid, just so you can beat the raid. Isn't that weird? Is it like, am I the only one thinking this? Now, if you didn't know, there was a thing called the infinite glitch, like I mentioned in the video, and you could basically go there, you could do the move, and then you could actually go invincible and then go and kill the whole raids. And can you please guess for me how long it takes to do it solo with the infinite glitch? It took 6 hours for Bummy. Bummy did it and it took him almost 6 hours. Alex, AT, and Chaos did it for themselves. All three of them in one raid. It took them 2.5 hours with this infinite glitch. Now imagine doing a wave 90 raid without anyone. I wouldn't want to be there. That's like impossible. So I am super enlightened to hear developers of Dragon Soul. I have talked to maybe one of you guys. Okay? And I know that you guys aren't bad people. And I know that sometimes, being a developer is super duper stressful. I understand that. But this cannot be genuinely real. Because when people tell you to balance things, they don't say, oh, make the Zamasu boss 50 times weaker so that we can kill him so easily. No, You're telling me that Zamasu can heal every second, every between M1 we do. You tell me that one move from him instantly almost kills us. You're telling me that? Is that what you're telling me? And especially when you're a whole lobby, a whole server full of people, and you're trying to kill Zamasu, but guess what? He has 87 million health, and you can't even damage him because he regens after every M1. Is this fair? Is this what balance is for you guys? Is this what we're calling balance? Because so far, what I'm seeing it as is unfair as shit. It's unfair as unfair can possibly get. And you know what we content creators get for that? This is where the community comes in and actually is hella unknowledgeable. They don't understand. Because I've gone hate comments, Bummy has gotten hate comments, AT has gotten hate comments, Chaos has gotten hate comments, everyone has gotten hate comments, okay? Hate comments is something you need to get used to if you want to do YouTube. You gotta just get that in your head. And when I have people coming to me in my comment section saying that when you did the video, it got patched, but now because of you, it's your fault, and because of you, a good glitch is disappeared. Let me ask you something. Isn't it better to hate on the developers to make the game more balanced than what it is to hate on a content creator about sharing a glitch that actually helps? Because people tend to not understand that when someone does a glitch video, it is to share the glitch. All right? I understand some people have more priority than some other YouTubers. For example, Bami, when he posts a video, is a lot more serious. So, for example, when I post a video on the glitch, it does okay. You know, it doesn't like get to the developers themselves, but it does okay. But when Bami does it, it has a huge impact. When I do, I don't. Okay, it doesn't have a huge impact. And I understand it might be frustrating, but what is better for you guys? What do you think is better for the future of the game? Because Dragon Soul has the potential of potentials, man. I'm telling you right now, Dragon Soul has the potential of potentials. Potential to become one of the greatest Dragon Ball games of all time in Roblox. What is better for you guys? To have a future of Dragon Soul where you can have a balanced game and you can play it fair whilst having difficulty, but it being fair? Or do you want it to be a future where it is so unbalanced that you need to come up with a glitch every 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Because I know that the people that hate, I know you're watching this. If not, then I hope it comes to you one day. What do you think? Please enlighten me why it is better to have a glitch right now than not to patch it and then not to blame it on the developers. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it makes zero sense. Why these developers fix a glitch so quickly, man? Like not even a day, bro. And they fix it so quickly. But when it comes to making the game better, rebalancing stuff so they may be fair, difficult but fair, they don't do it. They don't care. They don't do it. How many people have done a video on Zamasu and said that it is way too much? And then they replied with, okay, we're gonna make the HP regen less. Nothing changed, okay? Nothing changed since that comment. I'm telling you right now, nothing changed. It's the same difficulty. You're telling me a raid is so hard to do on its own that it is way better to go in a private server and do it. Are we serious right now? Or is that what? I think y'all understand my point. Like it's just, it's weird. It's weird, okay? So it's like, it also just sucks for the community. I know how difficult it is, this game. I know how difficult this game is, specifically for people that don't even have like good stuff. People that don't have Sage 5s or 4s. People that don't have the Kefla set. People that don't have like maybe the same PC as me, or like it's super duper laggy for them and it's difficult for them. Like I understand mobile players, console players. I understand it's difficult. It's so, I played on phone once, bro. It's not easy. It's not easy. I need this to be a wake-up call. I don't care how many views this video gets, how many comments it gets, how many dislikes it gets. It needs to be some kind of wake-up call. Because why should it be impossible less if you have a glitch? If you have a glitch, it is possible to do it. If you don't, it's not possible. How is this a fair game? How? If you're one person that calls this game fair, you're not in the right of the mind. I'm sorry not to insult you or anything, but you're not right in the mind, or you're either not played Dragon Soul at all. Because this is honestly the worst period of time I've ever played Dragon Soul. When I first started playing Dragon Soul, like the beginning of 2024, bro, it was a whole different thing, bro. It was genuinely a whole different thing. Like it was amazing, you know, Halloween 2024, whole event, the system, it was so fair and but difficult. But like now it's just like, what are we doing, man? Like seriously, what are we doing, bro? And the thing is, it's not even anything that I can impact on. I can't even do an impact on this because I don't have a big voice. I told you all in the beginning that my goal is to become a big impact and a big voice for this game. And I might not have that impact. So I can't even do anything about it. Like, people that have a big voice, they need to do impact. Like, this is serious stuff. But yeah, I've been rambling like crazy for the past 15 minutes now. It's weird, okay? You can hate on me all you want. I couldn't give less of a crap, okay? I cannot care. But what I don't want you to do is go to other people's comment sections and say, hey, because of you, this glitch is now patched. Thank you for making the game harder. What you should be saying instead is, why are these developers fixing the glitches so quickly, but they're not rebalancing the game? Like, why not? And you need to also think, right? Whenever people do glitch videos, for example, me, AT, Chaos, let's take, for example, us three. When we do glitch videos, don't you already think that the developers and everyone else knows about this glitch? Don't you think that the glitch has been informed forwards to the developers? Do you guys not like ever think about that? Well, yeah, it does. I only do glitches to spread them before they get patched. That's my reason to doing glitch videos. That's the only reason. So for y'all to hate and like hate on other people is wrong. You guys gotta think forward. You guys gotta think forwards and not hate on us creators. I used to hate on the community for being like this, but now I'm rethinking it and I'm thinking more like, yeah, why aren't the developers fixing this, but they're fixing the glitches super duper fast? Let's be reasonable, guys. You gotta think about this. All right, I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm gonna leave you guys alone now. If you made it here to the end, I appreciate you very much for staying and listening to me yap all the time. But I just want to say that at 3K subscribers, we're gonna be having a huge giveaway. I'm gonna be doing a permanent god giveaway soul and a beast soul giveaway. So if you don't want to miss out to that, just make sure to be subscribed. But other than that, I have nothing else to say. And let's just hope that, you know, after this video, it's a little bit better impact in the game. And I'm gonna see you guys very, very soon. Take care and peace.